Why do you keep defending this guy?
Because I like him, because he was my first client ever, and because he's innocent. I also have the time because I didn't get the asbestos business.
Funny.
Can I help you?
Dolores Kepler. I'd like to hire an attorney. The nastiest one you've got.
That would be Eleanor Frutt, but she just left. What's this regarding?
Divorce. I really don't want a woman. I want to... Well, dick is an offensive word, but it's the only one I can think of.
I know exactly what you're saying, and Eleanor Frutt's definitely what you're looking for.
Lucy.
Bobby. Hi, this is Dolores Kepler. This is Bobby Donald. She's looking to hire an attorney.
I heard. Hello.
Donald, you're the senior partner?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not nearly as tough.
Lucy, we're not exactly divorce attorneys here.
I know, you're criminal. That's what I'm looking for. Down and dirty street fighters. My husband. Well, let's just say I want him to hurt, and I'm willing to pay for it.
Danny?
Hey, Bobby. Got a sec? Kind of important.
Sure. Mrs.
Kepler.
Jimmy, could you sit down with Mrs. Kepler?
Sure.
He doesn't look very mean to me.
You'd be surprised. Danny?
Hi, James Berluti. I'm in a little bit of a jam.
What's up?
Attorney-client?
Of course.
Long story short, woman named Jenny Raines. Girl, I should say. She's 16. Teenage hooker charged with murder.
Murder? Are you slumming in criminal law now?
You'll know why in a second. Jenny did not commit this crime. I know this because one of my biggest corporate clients was with her at the time.
Playing checkers?
Exactly. He's not willing to come forward. Instead, he comes to the girl and my client anyway.
Oh, just now you figured that out?
The case is circumstantial. I thought for sure it would go away.
And it didn't.
Like I said, I'm in a jam. Bobby, for old time's sake, bail me out. She needs a real criminal lawyer.
Represent her.
Because she'd been stuck with some rookie PD, and my client wanted her taken care of.
Taken care of would be getting her an independent lawyer who might track your client down as a witness.
Look, she's better off with me than the PD. But you're the best I know.
Who's sitting?
Nelson.
Nelson? He's not going to give you a continuance.
If the DA agrees, he might.
Who's the DA?
Helen Gamble.
I told him to meet me over here at court. All right, Lucy, if he does show up there, just tell him to get his ass down here quick before the judge issues a warrant, okay? Earl, hey.
Eleanor? Uh-oh. You've got that look.
What look?
Look of a defense attorney who's missing a client. Is he a no-show again?
He inserted his little missile into every orifice on her body. With me, he's a little flaccid piece of confetti. And suddenly, with his secretary, he becomes Stonehenge.
Could I stop you 1 second?
Yes.
The thing about no-fault divorce, blame doesn't become an issue.
I want it to.
Mrs. Kepler, these things come down to financial statements.
I want it to come down to more. Married 19 years. It has to come down to more.
And by more, you mean...
Pain. His. He needs to hurt.
Your Honor, we'd be asking for a warrant. It's already 10:30 and the defendant is not present.
Ms. Frutt, any information on your client's whereabouts?
Well, Your Honor, if you could hold this case for just a few more minutes, I'm sure Mr. Sowers is on his way. He has to take 2 buses, and it's possible...
I think that an hour and a half is long enough to wait, even taking the pitfalls of public transportation into account. Last call for Sowers. Leonard Sowers.
Leonard?
I'm here.
He's here, Your Honor. He's been here all along.
Your motion is denied.
Your Honor, I just got this case.
I don't care. Mr. Rogers has had it for 3 months.
Mr. Rogers doesn't specialize in criminal law.
Well, he should have thought of that before now.
Your Honor, come on.
I'll give you the morning to get up to speed. After lunch, we go. Adjourned.
Grace.
Sorry, Bobby. You should probably meet with her.
What's going on, Leonard?
I'm not feeling too good. I need to get a continuance.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen. We talked about this. This is the third time your case has been set for trial.
Ellie?
Oh, God. I'm practically getting a contact high off your breath.
I needed to calm my nerves. Being a defendant is stressful.
Well, being your attorney is stressful. And, you know, I asked you to tone down what you wear for trial. The last thing we need is for a jury to think you look like a drug dealer.
I don't understand. They got Denny Staples for this. Why they gotta keep coming after me?
Because you were in the apartment when the police raided it. And just because a co-defendant pleads guilty doesn't mean they dismiss your case. How many times do I have to explain that?
You sound like you're on their side.
I am on your side. I have been on your side for 9 years, you big dope. Leonard, listen to me. With your priors, if we lose here, you are looking at 20 years. Do you get that? Because I really need you to get that. Who am I talking to here?
We both heard the scream. And when we looked out the window, that's when we saw him.
The victim.
And somebody running away. The man I was with just left. He wanted to get out of the area before the police came.
And what did you do?
I went down the street to check on the guy who got stabbed. And that's when the police came and arrested me, saying I did it.
Okay, Jenny. Mr. Rogers has some conflicts of interest here. You know this.
Yes. The man I was with was his client.
Yeah. And since Mr. Rogers has to look out for his client, he won't tell you to reveal this man's name.
He never told me his name.
Just the same, we have to try to find him.
Bobby,
I'm sorry, Danny. I can't not tell her this.
the reason I came to you...
Jenny, I'm going to talk to Mr. Rogers for a second, and then I'll be back.
I told you what I told you in confidence.
Are you nuts? Of course she has to know this.
In a textbook world, yes.
No, Danny, in this world. She can't be protecting the identity of her alibi. She is up on murder.
Look at it from our side. My client. He has no duty to come forward, no duty to help out getting her a lawyer, so why should he be punished for doing so?
Well, I doubt if he'll get charged for it.
It's not the criminal charges. He's a CEO, married, 4 kids. And by the way, she's underage. He would get charged.
Danny, the girl can't be counseled to conceal her alibi. I know you know this.
She didn't get his name anyway, so...
You know his name.
Attorney-client privilege. I couldn't give it to you if I wanted to.
So you're willing to ignore the rules for one client, but not for the other?
That's not fair. Look, we can debate this all day. Bottom line, we both want to help out that girl. Let's do what we can.
Oh, no, you don't.
You've never done a divorce case. This'll be a good experience.
Oh, sounds like a Lujek. Every Lujek is so I can get experience.
Rebecca, you heard that woman. She wants somebody nasty.
Now, do you think that helps sway me?
How about we do it together? Having you by my side, maybe it'll make me nastier. I didn't mean how that came out.
Hey.
Hey, Kendall.
Is my dad here?
I think he's down posting a bond. He should be back any second.
Okay. You burn. You know that?
Excuse me?
You like movies?
Good ones.
Maybe want to go to the movies sometime? With me?
You mean as friends?
Yeah. Yeah, as friends.
Well, yeah, sure.
Excellent.
Mrs. Kepler, this is Rebecca Washington. She's going to do this case with me.
Hi. Hi. Good. She looks meaner. Much.
Then we entered the residence pursuant to a search warrant.
And what did you discover?
Another subject, Denny Staples, was seated at the kitchen table. On top of the table, right in front of that subject, was a large bag of a white crystalline substance I believe to be cocaine.
Did you discover anything else in that kitchen area?
Yes. Also on the kitchen table, there was a beam scale and numerous empty mini Ziploc baggies. These are items commonly used to package drugs for sale.
Anybody else present in the apartment at that time?
I found Mr. Sowers, the defendant, lying down on a sofa in the living room.
Did you notice anything unusual about the defendant?
Yes. Lying on his chest was a bag of cocaine, packaged in the same plastic packaging material that was recovered from the kitchen table.
And what did you do at that time?
I placed the defendant under arrest, and another officer placed Mr. Staples under arrest in the kitchen. We recovered the seized items. Then they were inventoried by Officer Terrell. The suspect narcotics were sent to the crime lab for testing and analysis, which proved positive for cocaine.
Officer Smitko, my client wasn't named in the search warrant you were executing, was he?
No, he wasn't.
In fact, the only person named in the warrant was Denny Staples.
That's right.
And who let you into the apartment that morning?
We entered forcibly.
You broke down the front door?
Correct.
And how many officers were involved with that raid?
8 altogether.
And did you announce your office when you entered?
Yes, we did.
So, the noise of the door being broken down, 8 officers entering, and you're saying Leonard was just lying peacefully on the sofa, a bag of drugs in full view.
He appeared to be passed out.
And did he wake up when you entered?
No. I had to shake him a little to wake him up.
So you don't know if he even knew the drugs were on his chest?
How could he not know?
Well, you didn't see Leonard place the bag on his chest, did you?
No, it was there when I entered.
So isn't it possible that somebody placed it on his chest after he fell asleep?
Anything's possible, but...
You don't know who put it there, do you?
No.
I have no interest in hell, but I'd sooner go there to rot before giving her a penny. Not a dime, not a nickel, but a penny more than I have to. Except if she agreed to stick it up her ass. In that case, I'd hold out a silver dollar. Am I being too subtle?
You see, this is what I lived with. All his anger over being short, fat, and witless, he directs towards me.
All my misery I take out on you because you inspire it.
All right. Let's try to be constructive here.
I didn't hire you to be constructive. I hired you to get even.
Could I interject just for a second? We are not talking about a lot of money here, and the division is pretty statutory.
I'm quite happy to give her what she's entitled to as long as she spends that much in legal fees trying to get it.
All right,
Mr. Kepler, that remark could come back to cost you.
Mr. Belluti, I can understand how someone could represent murderers, rapists. They're human beings, too. Here's a tip. She isn't. Deep down, she's as much of the pig as she looks like on the surface.
I dream of a meat hook running up your rectum. It's the only way I can sleep peaceful.
I'm not comfortable with this dialogue.
I know it had to be around 10:30 because that's when I left the restaurant, which is maybe a mile from there.
Can you tell us what you saw?
Basically, 2 people arguing. The guy looked kind of heated and the woman was dressed like a prostitute.
As we turned the corner, we saw a woman running in the opposite direction, away from the body.
What did you do then?
I let my partner out to tend to the victim. I then continued my pursuit of the woman. She ran down an alley. I got out and chased her on foot, and eventually I caught up to her. I then placed her under arrest.
Do you see that woman in this courtroom, officer?
I do, the defendant.
You never saw her do anything to the victim?
No, I didn't.
We just saw her run away?
Yes.
And when you caught up to her, did she say anything?
She denied stabbing the man.
See any blood on her clothing?
No.
Find a murder weapon?
No.
Thank you, officer. You have to testify. Why were you seen near the body? Only you can answer that question.
Okay.
Now, look, I'll tell you again. If we could just find this guy you were with...
Mr. Donnell, even if I could find out who this guy is, I don't really want to turn him in. He's helped me by giving me lawyers, paying for them. I'm not about to betray the guy.
Well, that's admirable, Jenny. Are you ready to be convicted of murder?
Mr. Rogers thinks we'll win.
It's close enough to get nervous.
What about calling Rogers to the stand? Let him testify as to the whole situation.
What do you mean?
Rogers can testify his client was with the girl at the time of the murders, but attorney-client privilege prevents him from saying who his client is.
It would be hearsay.
Declaration against interests. The guy was with an underage hooker. My advice is, go to the judge now. This is way too dicey, Bobby, even for you.
Anonymous hearsay?
Is it ethical to try that?
Well, I don't know, but it seems neither of them is looking for anything material. They just want to be satisfied the other is miserable.
I'm not very good at play acting. I couldn't convince my mother to let me stay home from school even when I had a fever.
We could start with Dolores, then do James.
But it means kind of lying to our clients.
Mr. Berluti, we're kind of lying to them anyway, pretending to be sympathetic. They're awful people. Well, it's just an idea. If you think that...
No, let's do it.
What do you mean he asked you out?
He asked me to go to the movies with him.
What did you say?
Well, I meant to say no.
You meant to say no?
I did, yeah. But it just came out sort of... Yes.
What?
Well, he said, let's go as friends. And he's a nice kid, and I thought...
You gotta tell him no, Lucy.
I will. Look, you better be there to talk to him afterwards, because if he's got this big crush, he's gonna be hurt.
He's 11.
Me testify?
Just tell it like it is.
You think Nelson would go for it?
I don't know. He'd ask for some offer of proof. Are you willing to do it?
Well, I'd have to convince my client, but I think he'd go along. Suppose Gamble then subpoenas my client list. Starts an investigation. Identity isn't privileged.
I think we can make an argument that in this case it should be.
It's risky.
Let's first see how Jenny does understand, all right? And then we can make a decision.
"20 years?
Yes.
And I'd have to serve it?"
Leonard, haven't you been listening to me? Okay, look. Tomorrow, Staples is going to testify. If he does okay... Hey. We haven't lost yet. Come on.
I'm sorry.
All right, come on. This is what we need. You have to go home and sleep. You have to get some rest. We don't want you falling asleep in court anymore.
Okay.
Clean and sober tomorrow, okay? Can you do that, Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay. Denny, I thought you were gonna shave.
I'm a convicted drug dealer, Miss Fred. You really think people are going to think less of me because I got a beard?
Well, they might think less of you if you look like Charles Manson.
Look, I owned up to the truth and pled guilty to this. How can they be going after Leonard?
Because they are. And you sticking up for him, the way you look, this could hurt us. Denny, you promised that you would shave before they brought you over. What size jacket you wear?
42 regular.
Pick up, Lucy. For once in your life, do something useful and pick up.
We heard this awful scream.
By we, you mean?
The man I was with.
Client.
Yes.
Do you know who this man is?
No, he was just some businessman. And as soon as we looked out and saw... Well, this man was lying in the street, and somebody was running off, and it was obviously a crime. And my trick... This man, he just wanted to get out of the area before the police came, and so he took off.
And what did you do, Jenny?
I went down the street to help the man. He was bleeding. I was about to put my hand on the wound to try and stop the bleeding, but then I heard the police cars coming and I suddenly thought, this can't look good for me. They can help him, so then I took off.
But you were caught.
Yeah. But I didn't stab him.
You can't threaten custody. He already has weekends.
Everything's subject to change circumstances. We can refile any time.
What's changed?
My mood. And the presumption goes to the mother, so
Wait a second. Are you using the kids as leverage?
I'll use whatever I have to. You know why, Mrs. Pierce? This isn't about fairness here. It's not about justice. It's about money and hurt. Your client's gonna give till he hurts, or I'll walk into court and call him unfit. He'll not only be short and fat and stupid, he'll be an unfit dad. You ask him how ugly he wants this to be, because with me, there's no limits. If I screw up a few innocent kids along the way, tough. With him as their dad, they're probably screwed up already. Sorry. I had to get tough.
That's okay.
I brought my trimmers, too. I want to neaten his hair.
Are these 42 regular?
I brought one long. They run different. I want to pancake these shadows under your eyes. Then it'll come right off.
I appreciate what you guys are doing for Lenny.
Yeah, well, after all you did for him.
I'm here now, aren't I?
Yes, yes you are.
And you're going to be handsome when I'm done with you.
I'll be out in 7, Cupcake.
Like, seriously. No, thank you.
This client was a businessman.
Yes.
Upon searching you and your apartment that night, the police found only $42 in cash. Do you work for $42?
He hadn't paid me yet.
Your clients don't pay you in advance?
He was about to pay me.
This businessman?
Yes.
Could you describe what he looks like, this businessman?
He was kind of tall, brown hair.
How old?
I think around 40 or something.
What color eyes?
I think blue.
When the police questioned you that first night, why didn't you tell them about this businessman?
Well, I didn't want to be arrested for prostitution.
So you lied to avoid arrest?
Yeah.
You lie when you have to?
Objection.
Sustained.
You say this businessman was 40-ish with brown eyes.
Yes.
See, actually, you said his hair was brown. His eyes were blue. What color were they? I'll give you 2 out of 3.
Objection.
Overruled.
What color were his eyes?
Blue.
And you never heard from this businessman again?
No.
When the police first apprehended you, you said you didn't stab him.
Yes.
How do you know he was stabbed?
Well, he looked like he was stabbed.
You didn't see him get stabbed?
No.
You didn't see a knife when you got to the body?
No.
So in the heat of the moment, you just happened to guess correctly?
Objection.
Withdrawn, that's all.
That didn't go well. You seem to be hiding something.
You were a little hesitant, Jenny.
I was scared. Look, you know I'm telling the truth.
Well, I don't think the jury does. Danny, I want to put you up there. We have to now.
You think the judge will allow it?
If he doesn't, we move for a mistrial. You got to get on the stand and tell them about this client. They'll fight it with hearsay, but we have to try. Without your testimony, I don't like the chances.
I think I'll lose a meal ticket. But okay.
What's up?
Well, I was just, wondering about this movie we're supposed to go to. Yeah, even though we say as friends, what exactly are you thinking?
I don't know. Go to a movie, talk and stuff.
Not like boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, right? Is that what you were thinking, Kendall?
No.
Hey, Kendall. I think you're a really great kid. I really do.
I gotta go. All right.
I heard.
Now you gotta talk to him, Eugene.
drugs were mine, not Leonard's.
Did Leonard have any part in the packaging or sale of the drugs?
No. Well, he uses from time to time, but he doesn't deal.
The single bag the police say they found on his chest, had he bought that from you?
No. He was asleep the entire time I was doing my business in the kitchen. And when he passed out, there were no drugs on his chest.
Doing business?
A few people stopped by.
And where were these people when the police arrived?
They left about 10 minutes before the cops came busting in.
Well, is it possible that Leonard could have had the bag of drugs on him the whole time and you just didn't know about it?
No. I saw him when he passed out and it wasn't there. If one of the other guys that came by earlier wanted to drop it on him, think he's doing him a favor, maybe. I don't know.
But if you weren't in the living room at the time the other people walked through, it's entirely possible that Mr. Sowers woke up long enough to ask somebody for the drugs.
I would have heard that. The living room is right off the kitchen.
And these other people who stopped by, they were your customers?
Yes.
You're testifying to all this out of the goodness of your heart.
I'm up here doing this because Leonard is innocent. He doesn't sell drugs.
This is yet another Bobby Donald's stunt.
It's not a stunt.
You want to call him as a witness?
Yes, if she needs time to prepare...
He represents her.
I know it's out there, Helen,
Out
but...
there?
Look, the truth is being sealed up inside attorney-client privilege.
Which never should have happened. Mr. Rogers, for you to take this case is gross malpractice. It's grounds for disbarment.
Everything that was done here was done to help this girl get a better defense.
I don't care.
Look, at this point...
And you're no better. You should have reported this.
I learned what I learned through privilege.
Then you should have declined to step in.
Whatever mistakes have been made, we can't let them prejudice the defendant. He should be able to testify.
Both of you look at me. I like things clean and orderly. I don't like mess. I hate mess. You've made a big mess here. After this trial is over, you might find yourselves in one of your very own.
The drugs were found right on him. But he didn't know they were there, did he? He was asleep. And somebody else just dropped that cocaine on his chest. And hey, we had his friend's word, too. Another drug dealer serving time. One pusher vouching for the other. I love loyalty. Who are we kidding?
For the record, nothing the state has put into evidence shows that Leonard Sowers knowingly possessed drugs. He was a guest in the home of Denny Staples, who told you those drugs were his, and in fact, pled guilty for possessing them. As for the bag that was lying on his chest, he testified that he did not know how it got there, and the state never proved how it got there. But hey, why believe this guy? I suppose it's easy not to. When his pager went off during trial, didn't we all think drug dealer? And we see how he looks, half in the bag. If he's on drugs, he'd probably sell them. And even if he doesn't, so what? He's a druggie. What's the big deal locking him up? And you know what? As his lawyer, and as someone who cares about him, and I do, I've been thinking maybe prison's the best thing for him. It'll help him go straight. Because at the rate he's headed, he's going to end up dead. He might be better off in jail. Only problem? That's not how this works. He should only be found guilty if he did the crime. And he didn't, and they can't prove he did. As a matter of law, the state did not make their burden, and that is all there is to it. Actually, that's not all there is to it. The reason I do this job, there are people out there who don't catch many breaks. And the business of law is pretty much like any other. You're going to get what you pay for. And, well, a drug addict, he's not going to get all that much. And that's too bad. Especially when underneath the glassy eyes and the disheveled appearance, there's a good man. Especially when underneath all that visible wreckage, there's an innocent man. I don't have any illusions about getting you to care about Leonard. I only ask that when you go back into that room, please do not be distracted from your job by the fact that you don't care.
It's not fair. She deserves a lot more
It's not gonna happen, and you know why. Unfitness runs both ways. You don't think we'll go after her? Think again, Tubby.
Hey, you listen.
No, you! The best interest of the kids is for this fight to be over. Your client knows that. That's why she'll take this settlement, even if it means getting less money.
You think you're gonna just steamroll?
Here's the deal, Mr. Beluti. Call me when you sign off. Come on, James.
Gee, she seems so peaceful.
Yeah, well,
Wait an hour, then call.
got it.
Well, what was that?
Well, we kind of faked these meetings.
Excuse me?
Both clients wanted satisfaction that they were getting beaten up, so we gave it to them for a cheaper price than if they got it for real.
Wait a second. You and this lawyer...
Play acting.
Well, you can't do that.
Beck, the property settlement was statutory. The amount was going to be fixed. They were both looking for psychological victories. They both got them.
Jimmy, you're a lawyer, not a psychologist.
Well, sometimes we got to be both. You'll learn this. Winning is good. Making the client think he won, better.
He hired me to defend her, I guess, out of conscience.
Who is this man?
That I can't tell you.
Can you explain why?
He told me in an attorney-client relationship that precludes me from divulging his identity.
Well, this is probably hard for the jury to grasp, and I'd like to ask some questions that perhaps they might have. You went forward to help this young woman because you believed you could offer a better defense than the public defender.
Yes.
And yet you would agree the best possible defense that Jenny could get would be for your other client to come forward and back up her alibi, right?
Yes, but that wasn't going to happen.
Well, suppose the public defender hired investigators and somehow tracked down his identity. He could have subpoenaed him and made it happen, right?
Yes, but I guess I didn't consider that too likely. Public defenders are overworked as it is.
Excuse me, but the public defenders I know are not only pretty good, but they tend to try their best, especially for murder trials. Mr. Rogers, did you take this case because your client feared being tracked down?
I beg your pardon?
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Who better than the girl's lawyer could guarantee that this man doesn't get found out?
That's not what happened. And I'll assume you're asking what you think could be a juror's question, because I know you know that didn't happen.
I do know. Because I also have the benefit of knowing you personally. If there's a more honorable lawyer, I haven't met him.
Objection, assuming facts very much not in evidence.
Sustained. My problem, Danny, knowing you as well as I do, I can't believe that you wouldn't fork over this guy's name, even if it means losing a meal ticket.
I couldn't. Attorney-client
privilege, yes, but balanced against this woman being wrongly convicted of murder, the Daniel Rogers I know would reveal the name of the alibi.
Previously on The Practice.
We'd be looking for you to handle litigation in Massachusetts state and federal. Your firm, particularly you, come highly recommended.
Well, that's nice to hear.
My recommendation is that we don't take this client at all.
Excuse me?
Eleanor, it's asbestos defense work. I mean, this company killed a lot of innocent people. I'm not crazy about
The
representing.
only difference between them and half our other clients is that this one didn't intend to kill anybody, and they're willing to pay us 20 times the amount to defend them.
I decide tiebreakers. We reject the client.
You getting 2 votes, okay, but you're also getting to be tiebreaker.
It's in the partnership agreement, Rebecca.
Maybe so, but this alliance with Lindsay is...
Lindsay's free to vote her way, and I'll vote mine.
This new client is exactly our ticket to admission to the other world that you want. And by you voting to turn it down tells me that you are either more concerned with your own success than that of the firm's, or you are suddenly under the influence of Bobby's bed covers.
I understand your disappointment in our not taking your new client, but to accuse Lindsay...
Oh, what? She go running to her boyfriend?
I'm entitled to some respect from you. Not just because I'm senior partner, but because I think I've earned it.
I'm sorry.
This should be a 2-day trial tops.
2 days?
We're putting up 2 witnesses. They're calling 1. We'll be going to a jury by the end of the week.
Listen, closing arguments. I think I should do it.
Why?
Well, you're doing the witnesses, and I'll have more time to...
That's not what you meant.
Sorry?
No, you said you should do it like you'd be better, not like you'd have more time to prepare.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Lindsay, I know your little inflections. I know when you said that, you meant you'd be more qualified to do the closing. Now, you could either tell me why you think you're more qualified or not. And if you don't, I have to take that as a lie.
That was really good. You're just such a clever lawyer. So good, it's just hard to imagine that I could believe that I'm more qualified to do the closing. But I am.
You know, maybe it's not smart to try cases together.
Maybe not.
Oh,
British blonde. Doesn't speak a word of English, and he is going to deep tissue my thigh till I...
Don't rub it in, Helen.
You can still come with. Facial following, the massage, seaweed wrap.
I'm in trial. You know I'm in trial.
Settle it.
Sorry, there's a little more involved than somebody's dead pet.
Supposedly this guy gives a standing massage, too. You move with it.
Funny. I get that rub from Bobby.
Funny.
They tell me it's because of our popularity, because of the cuisine, because everybody in the city wants to eat there. That was the nature of the piece, and that's why I gave them full access to do the piece.
And what happened?
Instead of doing a positive feature, as they promised, they ambushed me with this big story on bugs.
Bugs?
Bugs in the kitchen, bugs on the floor. They condemn my restaurant as unsanitary. It's the lead story on the news. My restaurant is closed. My reputation is destroyed by those liars.
Objection. Sustained.
Mr. Jacobs, had they not represented to you that this would be a positive news story, would you have granted the interview and let the cameras in?
Of course not. Their ticket to admission was a lie.
Thank you.
Do you deny that they discovered bugs?
Any restaurant has bugs. You got food, you get bugs. It's not like we serve them.
And if I'm a patron sitting in your restaurant and I ask if you have bugs, is that the answer you'd give?
I haven't been asked that question in 20 years. And if you were in my restaurant, sir, you wouldn't ask it. You'd only be thinking of how good the food is.
You could be more humble, for God's sakes.
It would be false. Humility isn't something I do.
Once in 20 years, you could try it.
Oh, don't talk to me like that, Pamela.
This is our life's work.
She's right, Dad.
Don't you talk to me either.
This is my restaurant.
I like you. Quiet. Gonna help you. Listen to your wife, Mr. Jacobs. We need those jurors to feel sorry for you.
No, I don't want pity for me. I want anger against that news station.
They're not going to punish the news station if you behave like an ass.
He doesn't mean to... This restaurant, it was everything to our family.
I know.
I got a B&E. It's gonna go fast. You want it?
You mean, can you dump it on me?
Rebecca, it is a trial. There are 6-year associates across the street still waiting for their first jury trial. Do you have any idea?
I can hear the sweet song of the Lou Jack.
Will be good experience.
I have to finish this payroll crap, which I was supposed to finish by the first of the year, which I would have finished but for a few Lou Jacks dumped on me with the best of intentions.
Doesn't Lucy take care of all this stuff now?
Do we really want Lucy to know how much we all make?
I heard that.
Well, how much money do we all make? I'm a partner. I get access to the books now, remember?
I have to run that by Bobby.
Rebecca, I'm a partner. Of course I can see what people are making in my partnership.
Okay. That's salary plus partnership draw doesn't include benefits or insurance.
Is that right?
Yeah. Why?
Lindsay makes twice my salary?
Well, Eleanor, she brings in a lot of business. Her percentage...
Twice?
Eleanor, she makes almost as much as Bobby. You should know that...
Where's Bobby?
He's in trial.
Lindsay.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
It'll have to wait till tomorrow. I'm off to enter a plea, then I'm having a spa day. Yeah, lucky me, my first day off in a year. All right, bye.
Hello. Miss Gamble? I'm Sylvie Tyler. It was my cat who was killed.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, please.
I was curious. You don't plan to call me as a witness?
Well, there's not going to be a trial. The defendant's pleading guilty.
I see. So he'll go to jail?
No, he'll probably be put on probation.
What does that mean?
That, he'll be on probation, probably for a year.
So nothing will happen to him? I don't mean to sound like a doddering old loon, Miss Gamble. But I was widowed 13 years ago. For the past 11 years, Candy... That was her name, Candy. She's been my dearest friend. The boy knew that. He was a neighbor. He knew what... It's not so bad to murder somebody's cat.
I have a massage.
Instead of balsamic vinegar and paprika, we found these little guys. Or I should say these big guys. And they were everywhere. Wondering what gives the clam chowder that little extra tang? Well, it just might be his sister.
After this aired, business went down?
It died. Our gross went from 70,000 a week to 23. After 2 months, we had to close our doors.
Had you made any other changes? The menu, the chef, anything else that could possibly account for your sudden plunge in popularity?
There were no changes in personnel or substance. It was that broadcast. It destroyed us.
You are the manager?
I am.
As well as the son of the chef?
It's a family business.
Yes. And you don't actually deny the allegations contained in that broadcast, do you?
I certainly dispute the charge that our corn chowder gets its flavor from a cockroach.
But the substance of that broadcast was that the place was bug-infested. And neither you nor your father take issue with that. And here you are suing a news company.
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
Was my client guilty of any factual inaccuracies to your knowledge?
They were guilty of lying to us about the nature of...
In the broadcast that we just saw on the monitor, were there any factual inaccuracies to your knowledge?
The statements were exaggerated.
Why didn't you sue for defamation?
Objection.
Your lawyers told you had no case for libel or defamation.
Objection.
Sustained. You are not here today disputing the truth of my client's broadcast, are you, sir?
No.
Thank you. That's all.
Counsel?
The plaintiff's rest, Your Honor.
Now the witness may step down.
Your Honor, at this time we move for a directed verdict in favor of the defendant.
I'll hear arguments after lunch. Adjourned.
going on? What is this directed verdict?
They're basically arguing that we haven't made a case and they shouldn't even be forced to put on a defense.
We haven't made a case?
We've got some First Amendment problems.
Which Lindsay will address. I don't expect this to set us back, but we only have an hour, so we need to prepare, and we'll meet you right back here. Come on.
I want time.
Excuse me?
I'll give you a year. 6 months suspended, 6 served.
Ha ha ha.
Best offer, Billy.
Best offer? Last night we had a deal. You were going to spend the day in seaweed.
I changed my mind.
Helen, it was a cat.
I met the owner. When I said probation, I had trouble looking her in the eye.
I'm giving you a guilty. At trial, you could lose, and then you'll
Billy, 6 months served or no deal.
He starts college in the fall. I'm not about to agree to 6 months.
Then we go to trial.
It was a cat!
$242,000?
Am I overreacting? I mean, I know she brings in business, but to be making twice what we do?
Well, the partnership agreement is pretty clear. The formula is...
Yes, the formula favors who brings in the business. But when we vote on new business, and Lindsay getting 1 vote and Bobby getting 2, plus the tiebreaker, with only 3 other voting partners, the 2 of them control...
Eleanor.
They sleep together, Eugene. Who are we kidding? She makes twice what we make.
You forget that we became partners because of her power play. It went to our benefit.
You're forgetting that it was a power play. Look at these numbers. Numbers are numbers. They are not subject to interpretation.
I am not comfortable having this conversation.
Why?
I did not show you those salaries to start up some revolt.
It's not a revolt. We have an issue here. Are we all going to just ignore it?
Look, Eleanor, I don't like making half of what she earns either, but the idea that there's some evil conspiracy going on...
I'm not saying that.
Yes, you are. That's why we're having a secret meeting.
It's not secret, Rebecca.
Okay, right. Then where's Bobby? Where's Lindsay?
In trial.
Well, then why can't we wait till then? I mean, if you have a problem with somebody, go face to face. I don't like the smell of this meeting, and I'm no longer in it.
She's going to back Bobby no matter what.
I'm backing him, too, at least until I speak to him. As for Lindsay, you're making her into something that she isn't.
She's good. Am I making her into that?
Nothing in the broadcast was untrue.
This isn't a libel case. It's fraud. The truth of the broadcast isn't the issue. It's the truth of the promise that got them access to the rest.
You cannot decide whether that promise was broken without first evaluating the content of the broadcast. This is a complete end around the First Amendment.
This has nothing to do with the First Amendment.
Have you read the Bill of Rights lately?
Yes, and I've also read the Food Line case. And ABC made the same freedom of the press, flag-waving defense. It didn't work there, and it's not going to work here because the issue here is fraud. Did the defendant commit fraud against the plaintiff? Did the plaintiff sustain injuries as a result of the fraud? The answer to both questions is yes.
Come on, counsel. Whichever way you phrase it, you are suing a news station over the content of a broadcast.
The conduct for the basis of the suit is the misrepresentation.
Yes, you continue to frame the issue very nicely, but the net result is the same. A news station is being sued for undercover reporting.
They can do undercover work, but they just can't commit fraud against somebody
Suppose
when
they
they're...
snuck in, uninvited, and filmed the cockroaches. Then you'd sue for trespass and claim harm from trespass. Nothing to do with the First Amendment, right?
These are good questions from an appellate court judge. But you're a trial court judge. The only question you should be asking is, have we set forth facts to support our claim? And under existing law, under Food Line, we have.
First of all, this is not Food Line. Here we have an assault on the freedom of the press, not to mention the integrity of journalism.
Gee, I'd hate to attack the integrity of journalism. Your client should have saluted those cockroaches out of professional courtesy.
Oh, you're very clever.
All right. Look, I'm not going to pretend I like this case. But for now, I'll let it continue. Let's bring in the jury. Mr. Weiland, you may begin your defense.
Ready for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the dead animal case?
Yes.
I thought there was going to be a plea.
We couldn't come to an agreement on sentencing, Your Honor.
She wants time.
What do you mean she wants time?
She wants time.
Time served?
Yes, for extreme abuse towards a domestic animal. Yes, Your Honor, I believe time is warranted.
Serious?
Serious.
All right. Let's impanel then.
Your Honor, the defense is still willing to plead guilty, so we can go right to sentencing now.
Excellent.
Wait a second. I'd like a trial.
What?
I'd like to go forward with a trial.
Forgive me, counsel, I skipped my Ginkgo this morning. I got a defendant wanting to plead guilty and a prosecutor demanding a trial. What the hell is going on?
He wants to proceed to sentencing because he detects a predisposition on your part not to give time. I sense the same predisposition. I'm confident after you hear eyewitness testimony of what actually happened, that predisposition will change.
You want to inflame me.
I want you to get a true picture.
I get the picture. The defendant killed a cat. If he's pleading guilty, we're not going through the charade of a trial for color commentary. A guilty finding is entered.
I'd like to be heard on sentencing before you rule, Your Honor.
1 hour. We're back in.
My intent was to do a positive piece. That is not something that I was just saying.
But at some point, you obviously changed the focus.
That point came when we discovered how unsanitary the kitchen was. This was a revered North End family restaurant. The chef was practically an icon, and that's the story we wanted to tell. But when I saw how filthy it was back there, it became a bigger story. And a more important one for people to hear, given the health issues.
But to be clear, after you were given permission to come in and film, your intent was to do the positive story.
Yes.
You never would have lied to get access.
No.
When you decided to switch the focus to attack the restaurant on sanitary grounds, did you tell anybody at the restaurant?
No.
You just continued to film?
Yes.
Were you being honorable when you changed the focus and didn't tell my client you were now out to trash his restaurant?
I'm a news reporter, Mr. Donald.
You're a news reporter. Does that mean you were being honorable, or is that the justification for being dishonorable?
Objection. Overruled.
At the time you changed your focus, why didn't you tell my client?
He would have thrown us out.
You didn't want him to know the truth.
At that point, no.
Do you know whether my client's restaurant received any code violations?
To my knowledge, they have not.
Did you mention that in your broadcast?
Just because a restaurant hasn't been cited doesn't mean that...
Question before you is, did you report in your broadcast that my client's restaurant has never been cited for any sanitary code violation?
We did not report that.
What did you think would happen to my client's restaurant after you aired this piece?
I knew it would be detrimental.
You knew it would be detrimental? Did you consider that it might destroy his business?
Of course. I had to consider that.
So you knew you were being deceptive, and you knew they'd get hurt by relying on your deception. That's pretty much it, right, Mr. Sawyer?
Exposé reporting is a tough business, Mr. Donald.
Yeah. Tougher on some than others, I guess.
Basically, I'll just ask you to talk about the loss you feel. You can do it in a narrative, but I think I can make it more effective with the Q&A.
Okay.
And then with the witness, Mr. Patterson, I'll ask him to describe how he saw the cat killed.
Okay.
You might want to leave the room for that part.
This judge, he doesn't seem to care much.
These judges deal with rapists and murderers on a daily basis.
She was ruining the fabric. Some of my friends said, get her declawed. I couldn't do it. I thought, what if she gets chased by a dog and wants to defend herself? I never thought to protect her against teenagers.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Not bad. How's things with you?
Good.
Good.
Listen, I think the time is right to bring you up for partner. Bobby said to wait a year. It's been a year, and with your big win over Tommy Silva, you know, timing's everything, they say. So, just wanted you to know, I fully support it.
Thank you, Eleanor.
Sure.
I think you did some damage.
I hope.
So all closed, right?
Why?
Because I've been preparing it. I thought we discussed that.
I mean, you keep dodging my question. Why do you think that you're better at closing than I am?
Can we just skip that?
I'd really like to know.
Okay. Okay, your strength when it comes to closings is passion. You know, my strength is more like clinical persuasion. And standing up and banging the righteous sympathy drum isn't going to sell the jury. I mean, they saw all those bugs.
No, I don't bang the sympathy drum, Lindsay. I mean, that's not my style.
I meant that as a compliment. It's
That's
very
a compliment?
persuasive.
Banging the sympathy drum?
Why are you so
No,
sensitive?
because, you know, you make me sound like I'm Johnny Cochran or
Johnny
something.
Cochran's a good lawyer.
If you like pulpit thumping closings, I don't do that.
All I'm saying or trying to say is neutral legal reasoning works best here.
You mean dry?
Excuse me?
Nothing.
You think I'm dry?
No, I don't.
My closings are not dry.
Lindsay, you're a great lawyer, but Clarence Darrow, you're not.
Oh, and you are?
No, the jury is bored by the time summations roll around if you don't stir things up.
Bored? It's a one-day trial.
I'm talking in general.
I'm talking here. If you go in there and rant out of anger or outrage, we'll lose. A velvet glove is better here, damn it, and I am not dry.
Is this the velvet glove I'm hearing?
Oh, shut up.
Fine, you do the closing.
Fine. What are you doing?
Well, I was about to knock. I never know what I'm going to interrupt.
What's up, Eleanor?
There's some partnership issues. I'd like to talk, maybe after this trial is over or whenever you come up for air.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I think she needs a big vacation, Bobby. With 3 votes, we can give her 1.
This is a sentencing hearing.
And you can call witnesses at a sentencing
This
hearing.
is a cheap stunt to exploit your sympathy, Your Honor.
I object to the insulting accusation that you would be manipulated by a witness. A judge should get a little more credit than that.
Thank you for your support, counsel. I'm touched.
I won't take up much of the court's time.
I'll hear from one person only. The owner of the pet or the eyewitness. Your pick.
If I promise to be brief with
one witness only.
I was in the middle lane. I was probably traveling around 60 when this green station wagon passed me.
Did you see who was inside?
Not then. When the car pulled into my lane in front of me, it looked like 3 kids, high school age about. I never really saw their faces.
Could you tell us what happened next?
The driver reached out his side window, holding something. I thought it was a stuffed animal. It was orange-colored. Then I saw its legs moving. I could tell it was alive. I thought, what's going on? Then, after 5 or 10 seconds, he let it go. And it hit my windshield, and it stuck there for a few seconds.
Could you tell what it was then?
Yes, it was a cat.
What happened then, sir?
Well, I swerved. My windshield was broken. I managed to get into the breakdown lane and stop. I got out of my car, and it was still kind of plastered to my windshield.
What was?
The cat.
What happened next, sir?
Called the police. I gave them a description of the car plus the first 3 numbers of the license, and then I removed the remains from my car.
Hey, Jimmy.
Eleanor?
Do you give any thought to what I said before?
Actually, I've done nothing but think about it. Mainly my thought is, to what do I owe this lightning bolt of goodwill?
Sorry?
A 6th partner would tip that little power scale, wouldn't it? The Barbie Lindsay block would no longer control, and you being my champion, I'd have these pulls of loyalty, wouldn't I?
It isn't about that.
Really? Timing really is everything, I guess.
You know what, Jimmy? Forget it. And forgive me for looking out for you.
I don't want to be partner here, Eleanor. Too much politics for me.
When I got my first apartment, I had cockroaches all over. Gross. I hate cockroaches. Don't we all? I mean, who here would go into a restaurant if they were told the kitchen was infested with those gross bugs? It was a no-brainer. That broadcast would put my client's restaurant under. They knew it. They aired it anyway. Freedom of the press. They had a duty, they might argue, warn the public. But this case, it's not about free speech. It's about fraud. They made a promise. They breached that promise. As a result of that breach, a family business has been destroyed. You want to wrap an American flag around their conduct, stand up and salute the Constitution? You can do that. But freedom of speech is never a defense to fraud. Never. And let's ask ourselves that dirty little question we've all secretly been asking. Do we really, really believe they went in there to do a puff piece? We don't have any evidence to the contrary. The truth lies in their minds only. But when you look at the landscape of news today, you see a lot of fluff features on restaurants. Today it's about scandals and hidden cameras and catching people. Every kitchen has bugs. It's not a big deal, really. But add some good copy, some dramatic reporting, vivid footage, throw in a health scare, tease it during prime time. Could you be eating a cockroach tonight? That's a great hook. Easy to manufacture a story like that if you've got the footage, and if you don't, well, lie to get it. Lie proudly. Declare journalistic integrity. Look what's happening today. Forget the tabloids. We have reporters at major newspapers, including the Boston Globe, right here, getting caught making up stories, writing stories about people who don't really exist, plagiarizing. CNN, Time Magazine, reporting about tailwind and germ warfare. Don't let the facts spoil a good story. You can just print the retraction on weekends or put it in a footnote. Anything to get the story and to get it first. Who cares who gets hurt? These people got hurt. They were defrauded. It cost them everything they had worked their whole lives for. Hail, hail, freedom of the press. I think it's time to send a little message to all the cockroaches.
It's just open season on the press these days, isn't it? And why shouldn't it be? I mean, look at what the press has done lately. We all know that it was the media that planted that intern in the Oval Office. We know that it was the press that caused all those Republican congressmen to have that sudden explosion of conscience. And it was the journalist who convinced Kenneth Starr that his true calling was pornography.
I'm sorry, but we've wandered a little off the path, haven't we?
You went into tailwind.
All right. Mr. Weiland.
Journalism is like every profession. Some of it's good, some of it stinks. But for it to be good, it has to be unflinching. Yes, there was a representation made here that the article would be favorable. But that was based on the assumption that the kitchen was not bug-infested. Should we have written a puff piece anyway? The place is crawling in germs, but we promised to be nice. So, is that the kind of press we all want? What if we'd found body parts? Promised to be kind, don't air it. Who are we kidding? They made a discovery, and it was news. They would have you believe that some deal was made here, a deal which should be prioritized over the truth. Who are we kidding? When news is uncovered, reporters report it. That is the essence of a free press. What if you bit into a cockroach one night and then found out that we sat on that story? Yes. Send us a message.
I was showing off for some friends, like I was cool, and I did a terrible thing. And I know that it was cruel. I know that it was stupid. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
What were you thinking?
Just that my friends were all laughing and daring me, and I guess I just felt that like they were all looking at me like, wow, you know, you're crazy,
You know that woman over there, Miss Tyler?
Yes.
She your neighbor?
Yes.
You knew that was her cat, her pet?
Yes.
Counsel, statements?
I'd like to address the court briefly, yes.
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Hey, how'd it go?
Okay, I think. Wow, look at you.
I have a date with the Celtic.
A Boston Celtic?
Mm-hmm. Now they're getting paid again and looking to date.
Closing was good.
Thank you.
So, we're still fighting?
Bobby, I wasn't putting you down. I was talking about styles.
I know.
And you called me dry. You said I give dry closings.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Don't deny.
Lindsay, as arguments go, this is a silly one. Maybe my feelings got hurt a little. Then I hurt yours. Whatever. But this really isn't worth a grudge.
Okay.
Let's go home. Get some sleep. That summation made me drowsy.
Funny. Hey! How's things?
Jury's deliberating. Can't really tell.
When are you going to deal with Eleanor?
I'll get to her.
Bobby, she is still reeling from losing the asbestos client. She learned how much Lindsay makes. Okay, that was my fault. She's now urging Jimmy to make a play for partners so you two won't be able to control the votes. We have a little cancer growing here. I think you need to get to her now.
Let's schedule a meeting. I want everybody.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we should just open it up.
I'm not a partner. I don't think I should be here.
This is more like a team meeting, Jimmy. I want you here. Eleanor, let's begin with you.
Bobby, sorry. Stephen Weiland's here.
Excuse me a sec, Lindsay.
How was your date with the Celtic?
Slam dunk. I'm seeing him again.
You're dating a basketball player?
They're the most law-abiding of all professional athletes, Eleanor.
Yeah, but doesn't your head come up to his, knee?
Nice. If somebody makes the slightest remark about your weight, you're quick to jump. But it's okay to make fun of the short-statured.
I was making fun of the tall-statured.
Absolutely sealed. No admission of liability, not even a hint of it.
I think my client's going to want a public apology. Otherwise...
Your client is going to turn down $400,000.
They put him out of business.
Which means he must need money. $400,000. Something tells me he's going to take it.
We'll bring it to him.
Yesterday, I just wanted to plead this out and get to a spa and have some Swedish sex god rub the cellulite out of my glutes. But then I met Mrs. Tyler over here, and suddenly I became horrified at my not being horrified over this. That young man grabbed her pet and hurled it out of a car going 60 miles an hour on a highway. Imagine you, me, and Mr. Marino not even batting an eye. It was somebody's pet. And if he gets to just throw on a tie, stand contrite, say he's sorry, and that's the end of it, well, who are we? What he did was depraved. It was sick. And if we don't punish him, well, maybe we get the society we deserve. I'm not saying lock him up forever, Your Honor, but for everybody's sake, even his, lock him up some.
I'm not going to stand here and defend what Brent Jones did. It was sick. And we should be horrified. But, as Ms. Gamble admitted, she changed her mind and decided against probation only because she met the owner of the pet. And suddenly this case has a human face on it. But let's be honest. This is not a case about a crime against a person. It was an animal. I don't mean to sound cold, and again, let me reiterate my own personal condemnation for this young man's act of cruelty. But this is about killing an animal. And the killing of animals, we slaughter. Cows, pigs, in cruel ways. Nobody gets arrested. A cat is an animal. Yes, a companion animal, one that's more loved by humans. If this was a bobcat, caught and tortured in a spring trap, we wouldn't be here. But a domestic cat, we have to recognize the hypocrisy, don't we? We're here not because of some unusual act of cruelty, but because it happened to a person's pet. However much we might want to look at this as a crime against humanity, it isn't. This is a good young man. No record, honor student from a good home. And he did something very stupid for which he is hugely sorry. But we have to keep things in perspective.
$242,000. That's my problem.
You know the pay structure. Percentage of the business brought in.
I know that we take her clients, not mine. I know that.
Voted on that asbestos
right.
client.
3 hands for, 2 against, and since yours count double...
Is that why you went to Jimmy? To put a hand in your pocket?
$242,000.
Since when did you take such a strong interest in math, Eleanor?
Certain equations fascinate me.
Try adding 2 + 2. You couldn't do that with your asbestos clients.
What is that supposed to mean?
They're good people. They didn't know their stuff was killing people. That's crap. They knew at the turn of the century that asbestos kills. But if they pay their legal bills, we'll just ignore it. And pretend
right,
it's
you
safe.
isn't going to solve
Discovery
anything.
now?
Bobby.
What?
Hey. It's a small head and you can all bite it off, but there's just not enough to go around. The Jacobs family's here.
Let's pick this up in 10.
I'm not picking this up. I'm sick of this.
What's your problem?
Problem is this partnership. We used to be lawyers just taking the cases we felt like taking. Ever since we became partners, splitting up pieces of the pie, it's all about that, all about money.
Nobody's forcing you, Eugene. You can divest.
But the rot is already in the wood.
So you might as well take your cut.
You pissy little
You know what, Lindsay?
Oh, come on.
I've been trying to defend you, but it's getting harder and harder.
Defend me against what? Her? Help somebody who needs it.
Is this what happens to women when you insert your penis? I'm just curious because they become greedy little...
Lindsay! Lindsay! Stop it!
It's fine. They're just strategizing.
Come on. There's an offer on the table. We can discuss it on the way. Let's go.
None of my business, but you got a big morale problem here.
Mr. Marino's point is well taken. We drop live lobsters in hot boiling water. We chop off chickens' heads and then happily enjoy the meal. To actually put a person in jail for killing an animal. But I agree with Miss Gamble. This was an act against decency. And to trivialize it would be a crime against humanity. There has to be a consequence. For the sake of society, for the sake of Miss Tyler, and for the sake of an innocent cat. I sentence you to 1 year in county, 9 months suspended, the remaining 3 to be served, starting now. Bailiff, take the defendant into custody. Adjourn.
It's still not too late. The offer's still on
I
the
said
table.
no.
Joseph, it's $400,000. Take it.
I want them to say that they are wrong.
They won't do that.
Then we don't settle.
Members of the jury, you've reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Your Honor, 1 second to confer with counsel. 1 second.
Hurry up.
1.5. Still no admission.
No, I want the admission.
Unsealed.
Okay.
If it's unsealed, the public sees the amount. That's the same as an admission. 1.5, Joe. Take it.
They're afraid it'll be more.
Maybe, but that kind of money. No.
Counsel.
Go ahead.
Thank you. What say you?
Jacobs versus WYPR Broadcasting Company. On the grounds of fraud, we find in favor of the plaintiff and order the defendant to pay damages in the amount of $200,000. We further order the defendant to pay punitive damages in the amount of $18 million.
What? Did you say 18 million?
Yes. Order! You gotta be kidding me. You jackasses.
Your Honor, I'm not sure that's appropriate.
$18 million. What the hell is that? You fine for the plaintiff? Okay. Personally, I disagree. But I was prepared to let it stand. But $18 million? That sounds to me like there's bias going on. You seem like very nice people, but... I'll let the verdict stand. Tempted as I am to vacate it. But I'm cutting the damages to $2 million. You, sir, should accept it and smile.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to go for a walk. Any luck, I'll be nicked by a bus, sprain a knee, file a claim, get rich, and retire to the Bahamas. Adjourn.
Two is nice. 18 is better, but 2 is nice.
Sure is.
We can open up a new restaurant now. Mahogany tables, curtains.
Bug spray. I don't know how to say thank you.
Congratulations, Lindsay.
Thank you.
A toast. Wait. Can we take a picture? I'd like to take a picture of us with our lawyers. Come on. Ms. Washington, please.
Sure.
Again, Ms. Washington.
$2 million. Unbelievable.
Tell me about it.
That's almost $700,000 to the firm on contingency. You realize that? Wow. And Lindsay's client, too. She can make over $1 million this year.
Yep.
Smile. All right.
Great. Good.
Oh, boy. Oh.